The idea of hiring a hitman sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood thriller: clandestine meetings, untraceable payments, and a professional assassin who vanishes without a trace. But what if I told you that, right now, there are websites on the dark web claiming to offer these very services for the right price? A few clicks, some Bitcoin, and allegedly, your problem is taken care of. It sounds almost too sinister to be real, and maybe that's the point. Welcome to the underbelly of the internet, where anonymity reigns supreme and morality is just an illusion. Today, we're uncovering the truth behind the disturbing world of dark web hitmen, separating the myths from reality, exposing real-life cases, and revealing how these services operate in the shadows. Grab your seat because this investigation is about to get dark. The origins of dark web hitmen: urban legends or real threats? The concept of hiring an assassin on the internet first gained notoriety with the rise of the Silk Road, a notorious dark web marketplace that was eventually shut down in 2013. Among the drugs and counterfeit items were listings for services far more sinister: assassinations, kidnappings, and assaults. But were they real, or were they elaborate scams designed to prey on the desperate and vengeful? Investigators who infiltrated these sites discovered a disturbing mix of both. While some listings were indeed fake, others led to chilling real-world cases that left law enforcement scrambling. The case of the Bessa Mafia, a deadly scam or a real network? One of the most infamous examples was the Bessa Mafia, a dark website claiming to connect clients with professional Albanian hitmen. The site listed prices for various services: $5,000 for an injury, $20,000 for a killing, and even more for special requests. Law enforcement initially dismissed it as a scam, designed to lure in Bitcoin from gullible clients. But things took a terrifying turn when evidence surfaced suggesting that some orders had been carried out. Emails leaked from the site showed chilling details, including addresses, surveillance photos, and even grisly "job done" confirmations. Eventually, the site was exposed as mostly a scam, but the blurred lines between fiction and reality left a lasting scar on the public's perception of the dark web. The alleged plot against a British woman in 2020, British authorities were alerted to a disturbing case involving a woman who discovered she was the target of a dark web hit. An anonymous tip led police to uncover a paid assassination order on a dark web forum, complete with her personal details, daily routine, and photos. The payment had been made in Bitcoin, and the would-be killer was allegedly on the move. Authorities intervened just in time, saving the woman's life and launching an investigation that spanned multiple countries. This case proved that, while many hitmen services are scams, the threat isn't always a myth. Red Rooms and the myth of live-streamed assassinations. No discussion of dark web hitmen is complete without addressing one of the most terrifying legends: the so-called Red Rooms. Allegedly, these are live-streamed torture and assassination sites where wealthy viewers pay in Bitcoin to watch horrific acts unfold in real time. While most experts dismiss Red Rooms as urban legends fueled by creepypasta stories and internet folklore, some cases have raised unsettling questions. In 2016, a live-streamed video titled "The Russian Experiment" circulated briefly on a dark web forum, depicting what appeared to be a real-life execution. While many wrote it off as an elaborate hoax, the chilling realism left authorities questioning just how much of the dark web's horror stories are fiction, and how much is deeply buried truth. How do these sites avoid law enforcement? One of the most disturbing aspects of dark web hitmen services is how they manage to evade law enforcement for so long. Using layers of encryption, Bitcoin payments, and a constantly shifting network of servers, these sites operate in a shadowy world where tracking down perpetrators can take years. Even when authorities do infiltrate these sites, they often find themselves dealing with a mix of real threats, scammers, and those simply seeking to create chaos. The anonymity offered by the Tor network and the rise of privacy coins like Monero have only made it easier for these alleged hitmen for hire services to exist. The ethical dilemma: to monitor or not to monitor? Efforts to combat these dark web services have ignited a heated debate about privacy and security. Should governments have the right to monitor encrypted networks and private messages if it means potentially saving lives? Or does that risk creating an Orwellian surveillance state? As the dark web continues to evolve, society is left grappling with the uncomfortable truth. How do we stop the monsters lurking in the shadows without becoming monsters ourselves? The verdict: real threat or elaborate hoax? The truth about dark web hitmen may lie somewhere in between. While many of these services are indeed scams preying on the desperate and the vengeful, cases like the Bessa Mafia and the thwarted assassination plot in the UK prove that some threats are all too real. As technology advances, so too do the methods of those who exploit it, leaving us with a chilling question. If anonymity and encryption continue to evolve, how long until the line between urban legend and reality finally disappears?